To the next video. So today I will show you how to display Google Maps for Android with React Native's new architecture using Fabric. So first of all, I have created a default React Native project, and we need to enable the new architecture. So you can just search for new arc enabled. It is found in the Gradle.properties. So just make this as true once you do it. Next, just run yarn android, and if you see fabric colon true in your metro bundler, that means the new architecture has been enabled. Go to fabric native components. Here we have to create this folder, but in the documentation it specifies to create the folder outside React Native project, which according to me is incorrect. So you need to create it within your React Native project. So this is how you have to create it. RTN Google Map, again it should be inside your React Native project, and create two folders, Android and JS. So for JS you can create something like this. So here you can see they have told us to create this component. I have copied everything from documentation. Only thing that has been changed is latitude and longitude. One thing which I have noticed is, like which I regret, is you shouldn't be taking latitude and longitude as two different things. Like it should be a single prop which take latitude and longitude, otherwise there will be unnecessary re-render. So suppose only the, like you will understand it more when I show you the native code. But if you're trying to follow this example, make sure, like, you can keep it as a different component. It is not going to cause any issues as such, but just to make it, like, more idiomatic and more easy to understand, make sure the latitude and longitude are just one prop and not two different props. But I have taken it two different props, so that is fine as well. So this thing and this should be changed, the name. Next, you have to create package.json. So create package.json outside the JS folder. It should be a sibling to your JS folder. And this name should be changed. This name should be changed. And here this thing should be changed. So we don't care about pod spec because that is part of iOS. So for Android you have to create build.gradle file. So first create this. Then I have to create RTN Google Map. So again copied everything from documentation. Only thing that has been changed is this namespace. And then I have applied this apply plugin Kotlin Android as well as Kotlin standard lib. And you have to add this thing as well, like this is for the Google Maps, displaying of Google Maps. Now go to your main Android folder, also that add Kotlin. So here you have to add Kotlin version and class path here. And in app build.gradle you have to add apply plugin Kotlin Android, as well as you have to add it over here as well. Okay, next next you have to go to Android manifest.xml, and here you have to add this metadata property, and here you have to pass your API key. Okay, so don't write my API key, write your actual API key. And to get the API key, you can either refer the docs. So you can just search for Android Google Maps quick start, or you can also refer the React Native Google Maps library. It tells you how to find the Google Maps API key. So here you can see they have told you, so quick start. So you can see over here they have told you how to get the Google Map API. So just follow this thing. Also, one thing which I have noticed is that previously when I was using Google Map, I could easily obtain the API key without registering my credit card. But now they have made the billing enabled. So you have to enable your billing, otherwise you won't get an API key. And even if you get the API key, it won't work. So make sure you enable billing, and I think that for that you have to register your credit card or debit card. Next, you have to create this folder src main java com rtn Google Map. So you have first create Google Map package.kt, and here on line level, instead of this, just do like this, because we have not done code generation yet. So just do like this for now. So once you have done this, so we have already done this. Next we'll ignore iOS. I already have a video on iOS, so check out that if you're interested. Next, we have to run this command. Again, we don't require double dot because our folder is already inside the React Native project. So we just have to run yarn add dot slash rtn google map. Then you have to do cd dot dot. So you have to come outside your React Native project and you have to run something like this. So again, this command is from, oh no, you don't have to run this command, sorry. So this command is for iOS. I got confused. So for Android you have to don't do cd dot dot. So you have to go back to your React Native project. So I will just close it, and so I'm again back in my React Native project. I will just do cd Android, and you have to run this command. So this will generate code gen for you, and you can see that inside your node modules you would see a folder called rtn google map. It would have folder structure like this. Next, okay, we have to generate the required files. So here so in Android manifest, make sure you have the internet permission as well. And next we will go to Google Map package, and now you can return empty list, replace return empty list by this collection.singleton list. Then create Google Map Manager. So again, I have copied everything from the documentation. Only thing that has been changed is the file name, as well as Kotlin code has been converted to, sorry, Java code has been converted to Kotlin code. So you can see over here, like this is like boilerplate code for every time we have to write. And here is my Google Map and rtn my Google Map, and here we are setting the props, but I am calling the update lat and update long method inside my Google Map file class, which will update our lat and long. So it is over here. So here I have created my Google Map. I am extending the map view. So typically when you create a Google Map in a native Android project, you require a fragment. Like I have tried with fragment, it was a lot of work and I was still not able to figure it out. But thanks to the React Native Google Maps library from Airbnb, like I looked how they were doing. So they were using the map view. That's why I also implemented the map view. Next, I have taken two variables for lat long and also mmap, which is the Google Map. The reason I have taken these two variables is that whenever like we are sending the prop of lat long from React Native side to the native side, by the time the props are sent, the Google Map is still not initialized. So it take Google Maps take time to initialize. That's why I am taking these two variables, just so that I can keep track of what the user has sent me. Next, I am clicking configure views. So here I am just setting this normal match parent layout params, generating an ID, and this method is very important on create null. I am not sure why, but if you don't write this, this won't work. This on create null is from this map view class. Then we have to call get map async this. So this is in native code as well. And here this we have to override this on implement on map ready callback, and this method is from that on map ready. So this method takes time for the Google Map to be displayed. Okay, so I have initialized the mmap to Google Map, and here for now, like this I have hard coded like this is Sydney, like this shouldn't be Sydney, like this was just for my testing. You can name it whatever you want. And here also in the marker I have hard coded marker in Sydney. But again, you can name it whatever you want, or you can pass it as a prop from React Native to the native side as well, just like we do lat long. And mmap dot move camera, like it will move the camera wherever the lat long has been updated. And you have to call this on resume as well. This is also part of this mmap view. Now this two method which gets called when you update a prop. So first I am setting this lat long to our variables, but I am only setting this update lat and update long only when the mmap is not equal to null. So for the first time when you send a latitude longitude, this mmap is definitely null, because this method takes time to initialize the mmap. So once it is initialized for the first time, then it gets called, and here we are setting the lat long which were passed through the props. But for the second time, if you try to change the latitude longitude, then this method gets called, this does not get called. So this gets called and we update our latitude and longitude. So that's why I was saying that pass latitude longitude as a single prop. So if you pass it at different prop, you have to write this kind of duplication thing, which is incorrect, and it might cause unnecessary re-renders on your React Native side as well. So yeah, I think that's it. So here you can see I was trying to do the Google Map fragment using, it was very difficult, like, so I gave up on that. Then main activity, I don't think you need anything. This is also kind of a, like, yeah, this is a dummy class, you can ignore it. Next you have to go to app.tsx, and here you can import it something like this, and you can use it like this. So I will also show you a video. So here you can see that first I am setting the latitude and longitude to Taj Mahal, like Agra. Okay, then I will change it to Sydney. So now concentrate on the code. So I will change it to Sydney. So it will automatically move your camera to Sydney. So here you can see it is Sydney, Australia. But I will scroll back manually to Agra, which is in India, Uttar Pradesh. But you can see the marker is still over there. Like, I have not yet removed the marker. So if you want, you can write that. And again, I'm scrolling back to Sydney as well. You can see the marker over there as well. Again, it depends on you whether you want to remove this marker or not. In some cases you might want to have multiple markers, but in other cases you don't want it. So again, you can write that logic by yourself. So, yeah, I guess that's it. Thank you for watching. Bye.